Okay, so 2020 wasn't exactly the best year for everyone, and many of us would like to put the past 12 months behind us. This got me thinking, what exactly is my plan moving forward? Now, to put it simply, my plan to make 2021 the best year of my life has nothing to do with creating some kind of New Year's resolution. I'm actually going to be avoiding that entirely and attempt a different goal in the new year, which is to eliminate all distractions in life that rob me of time. So if you are like me and you want to make 2021 the best year of your life, I have a plan and some ideas that can help you get started. What I did was I asked myself a very specific question. What would the best year of my life look like? Now, I think it's important here to visualize a scenario that is objective and actually obtainable. If your best life would be, for example, to say travel the world, stay in luxury hotels, and eat at expensive restaurants, then that would be extremely difficult if you're just a regular person like me who has a job, a family, and bills to pay. I know this might be a weird thing to say, but hear me out for a second. I'm starting to feel like we need to dream in reality rather than dream in some kind of fantasy. Now, social media definitely doesn't help here, as Instagram is probably the biggest culprit when it comes to showing us a lifestyle that simply isn't real. Not everyone can be an Instagram famous billionaire that flies around in a private jet. Which is even more of a reason why you need to be ruthlessly honest with yourself. What truly makes you happy? What are the things that you value spending your time on? I spent all of 2020 trying to improve or add something positive to my life. Whether that comes in the form of a new routine, a new habit, or discipline, the reoccurring theme here is that I'm always looking for something to add, always searching for more. I need to be stronger, smarter, more productive, more efficient. It's just this never-ending journey which can be quite honestly exhausting at times. Now, I don't believe that there's anything inherently wrong with self-development, but at the same time, I do think there is value in just taking a step back from it all to just properly assess what I've learned and achieved this past year. Aside from all the social and political chaos in our world, 2020 actually ended up being a pretty solid year for me in terms of my own personal growth. Originally, I began this year with 12 separate New Year's resolutions, which was a 30-day challenge dedicated to each month. And to be perfectly honest, deep down, I had hoped to maybe finish like 10 of them. I was probably going to miss 1 month in the summer just because of, I wanted to go outside and do things. And I was expecting to miss another month at the end of the year, mostly due to some type of lack of motivation over the holidays or some kind of 30-day challenge fatigue. I ended up just short of my realistic goal and finished 9 of those challenges. However, about only 7 of them were worthy of a video, as 2 of the challenges were just a complete failure, which beat me down, one physically and one mentally. December's challenge ended up being unexpectedly tough, as I wanted to do something that was fun and that I could just enjoy over the holidays. So I tried to jump on the Queen's Gambit bandwagon, which was a Netflix series, and I began a 30-day chess challenge, which, let me tell you, grinded me down to a pulp and just beat me down mentally. It was just non-stop punishment, losing game after game after game. It didn't matter if I had the white pieces or the black pieces or how much strategy I studied. The skill difference between a complete beginner like myself and even just like an intermediate level computer was absolutely crushing. So today is Tuesday, December 1st. Okay, no, that's that's not what I wanted to do. So bad. Okay, let's speed this up. Whoa, this man's got a queen. I've never felt so demoralized in my life, but at the same time, it was such a humbling experience. Something about the feeling of defeat, I believe, is very important, especially for someone like myself who is extremely competitive. This beatdown started to really put things into perspective for me, and I'm still focused on improving myself as a whole by continually going after new ideas that are difficult. But I think the timing here is perfect for me to just give myself a chance to breathe and take a step back from all this self-imposed pressure that I put on myself. Okay, so how does this relate to my goals for 2021? Originally, I mentioned that I plan on eliminating any time-consuming distractions from my life. What these 30-day challenges have taught me is that sometimes the best addition you can make is by subtracting something else. Whenever I embarked on one of these 30-day challenges, all of my focus and free time was spent on that individual task that I was pursuing. And whether I realized it or not, I was also unintentionally removing bad habits from my life, simply because there just isn't enough time in the day for everything. Trying to learn how to play chess every day is time consuming. Walking 10,000 steps every day can also be time consuming. And by doing this, I was indirectly reducing the amount of time I spent on browsing social media, watching TV, and watching Netflix. I stopped for a second and I pondered this question. How many Netflix shows did I watch this year? Now, I think there's only maybe 3 or 4 from what I can remember. Actually, let me list them. There was the Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance, The Social Dilemma, The Queen's Gambit, and The Haunting at Bly Manor, I think. There's a 5th one in there somewhere, but that I'm missing, but I can't remember. But anyways, only watching 4 or 5 shows for the entire year is a huge improvement for me compared to the past, where I probably watched 10 times the amount of shows in 2019. The big takeaway here is that I don't think I really miss Netflix at all. So maybe that's something that I just don't need in my life. Of course, there are some awkward situations that did arise with my friends and coworkers whenever they were talking about some new TV show. And to be honest, that part does suck because they kind of give you this look like you're some kind of weird antisocial hermit that lives under a rock just because I haven't seen the new season of The Mandalorian, for example. And yeah, that was definitely not fun. But I think long term, I'm actually okay with that. I'm okay with not always fitting in with the group. Because no matter what you do in life, there will always be consequences for your actions. Now, say if I were to binge all those shows and, be part of the social group, how much less time would I have to work on myself? And how much less time would I have to do the things I love, like create these videos? Okay, so I know I'm walking on a very slippery slope here, as I'm trying to be very careful I don't contradict my personal beliefs. I still believe that the vast majority of people don't nearly spend enough time working on themselves and just improving. However, we all have very different goals and circumstances in life. Currently, I'm at a place in my life where I'm content with my weight and the amount of dedication I put into my own diet and working out. So maybe starting off January with a New Year's resolution to revitalize my passion for fitness and hit the gym hard for 7 days a week just isn't the best use of my time. Instead, I want to take a look at what I've done to get to this point and ensure that I have enough time to just keep going and maintain the good habits that I've gained over the years. Now, if you are someone that isn't happy with your body, then for sure you need to go after it and set some goals for the new year. But just be mindful of the clean slate mentality that January 1st brings. It can be very deceiving and influence what you think is possible long term. So to make things even simpler for myself, I'm going to be calling 2021 my year of slow improvement. This isn't something I'm recommending for everyone, but I believe it's essential for me to live my best life in the new year. I'm not going to be setting any super high expectations for myself, nor am I going to spend an extravagant amount of money on new camera gear, but I will be putting an emphasis on really locking down on those core habits that I value and just enjoy this whole self-development process. Because sometimes that's just the most important part, just having fun. So to wrap things up, I will still be documenting my self-development journey throughout all of 2021, and I'll post my usual 3 videos per month. Now, I would love to increase this number to 4, but I don't want the quality of my videos to suffer. I take pride in the fact that I pour my heart and soul into my work. And whenever you guys click one of my videos, I want them to have this certain standard of quality and preparation. All these topics that I talk about are meaningful to me. I want to be able to consider all angles and perspectives of a problem and articulate them in a way that resonates with me, which hopefully in turn will resonate with you as well. At least now we can put an end to 2020, and hopefully 2021 will be the best year for all of us. Now I'm trying to remain positive, but I am still extremely optimistic for the future, so we'll see what the future brings. But for now, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year's. And hopefully things will get better soon. So we'll see you guys in the new year, and thanks for watching.